Well, some other news that came out today is the fact that Bidvest and Grindrod have entered into a memorandum of understanding that will likely see Bidvest acquire Grindrod Bank. Andrew Waller, who's the financial director at Grindrod, joins us now for more. Andrew, you are the financial director of the company and no doubt kept very low details as to how much this acquisition and deal between yourself and Bidvest will cost. Are you at liberty to divulge the numbers?
Good evening, Gugu. Not at this stage. Obviously, we've entered into the memorandum of understanding. So, in due course, I guess when we finalise, there'll be specific details on the transaction.
Andrew, it's Lindsay in Cape Town. I spoke to somebody today about this deal on radio, and the first question he asked was, "I don't understand why Grindrod has a financial services arm anyway. You're a logistics company essentially." But let's gloss over that. Is it because, do you think, that Grindrod and Bidvest, in their attempts to get into this particular sphere, have not achieved critical mass, and by getting together they can, or you can?
Lindsay, I think that may well be a lot of it. Our team at the bank has done an incredible job over the last 5 years growing the bank. And what we do find is that we're now at a crossroads. We now have to inject significant capital to take it to the next level. The alternative, obviously, is to match up with Bidvest and let them take the combined entity forward. Obviously, there are huge opportunities for both the banks. But also there's all the legislation coming on, which obviously makes sense to have some type of consolidation at the smaller end of the market.
Andrew, it's Mark in Joburg. Well done on the announcement. I think this probably crystallises Grindrod from an investor point of view as a infrastructure player. You've raised significant amount of capital recently, and I guess your focus now is growing regionally in those key areas, and therefore the bank arguably is in fact surplus, and its contribution to earnings therefore would probably be smaller as the years go by.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. I mean, Grindrod Bank has made good contributions all along, and a number of investors have said, "You're crazy, it's making such good returns." And yes, it is, and there's never really a right time to dispose of an asset, I guess. But we do have competing capital requirements. As you say, infrastructure into Africa, and I was listening to Mike earlier on your show saying there's so much to do in Africa for us. And yes, there is a competition for capital within the group. It needs us to take that decision. Either we put a lot of our own capital into the bank, or we do something together with Bidvest. We've known for some time that Bidvest is a very, very good fit with the businesses we have, and we think that would be the best for all parties if they can take it forward. Obviously, that remains to be seen over the coming weeks.
Andrew, so what does this mean for your strategy going forward? What will your key focus areas be?
Google, you will have seen when we raised the money through the book build is that what we really focused on is making sure that we're an integrated logistics business, focusing on the infrastructure. That's why we needed the capital. I mean, there are capital plans of in excess of 10 billion over the next 5 years, where we can facilitate infrastructure in Africa in order that we can get minerals or agricultural products in and out of the country. That's where we focus. We obviously work a hell of a lot with Transnet in South Africa, and further north we're obviously working with various parastatals to assist in ensuring those minerals and or agri-products get in and out of the country.
Sticking to what you know best. Thank you so much to Andrew Waller. He's the finance director at Grindrod.